Chapter 4 is around the corner, so today we're going to be going over which creators are coming back to the game and which ones are most likely gone forever. We did this in Chapter 3 and we were pretty accurate, so let's see if we can predict this again. So first off, we have Fresh, and he has been gone for a while without a lot of updates. He hasn't really played much of Chapter 3, and even with the new seasons, that didn't seem to bring him back or get him to create content. So I don't know what's going on in his personal life. He seems to have been focusing on other projects, and I think he'll definitely try Chapter 4, and if he likes it, he'll probably upload, and if he doesn't, he probably won't return. So I'll probably put him right behind that he will try it. Next up, we have pro player Benji Fishy, or should I say former pro player, because now he is competing and trying to go pro in Valorant. He's had a little bit of success in Valorant, but here's the thing about these young guys. Benji is extremely talented at Fortnite, and he has not lost that. We've seen that recently with Mongrel. He was gone for a while, and he's still extremely cracked. I think if Chapter 4 is promising, I think he'll give it a chance, and I think he will make a return. I would put Benji between they'll try it and they'll give it a chance. I think a part of him does want to return, but it would have to be for a good competitive reason, require a lot of changes, which might happen in Chapter 4. Another pro player is Mongrel, and I already know this one because I talked to him and I asked him about this recently. Mongrel is back, right? He's creating content. He's trying to stream consistently for the next year. We'll see more of Mongrel in Chapter 4. Next up, we have Nick A30, family friendly, and he's 100% on board with the game. I feel like he deserves an icon skin, so we'll 100% see more of him in Chapter 4. Next up, we have Laserbeam, who I recently made a video with in Chapter 3. He has not played much this chapter, but I know he's kind of waiting for some exciting content, and maybe Creative 2.0 is what will reel him back into the game. I'll put him in between he'll give it a chance and that he is back. Typical gamer, he's an OG. He's been around for 5 years. Him, myself, and Nick A30 have not left the game once. We are dedicated. He's also deserving of an icon skin, and he is 100% going to be there in Chapter 4. Next up, we have the FPS demon Shroud. All right, so Shroud has played Fortnite in the early days, but honestly, he kind of tries it every once in a while when some friends want to play, but I think he's on to other things. Try to put him in between he's gone and he might play a game. Next up, we have Lachlan, and Lachlan has been consistent, but he hasn't uploaded a whole ton compared to his early days. He's focusing on power and his creative team and everything he has going on with his esports team. I think Lachlan is someone who is really waiting for the Unreal editor for Fortnite Creative 2.0, and he has some really good ideas cooking up for that. So I think with that, he will make a stronger return in Chapter 4, and we'll see more consistent uploads from him. Next up, we have iShowSpeed, kind of a controversial figure on YouTube, and he played a lot of Fortnite. I actually didn't know this until recently. He did a 1v1 with TG, and he's not terrible, so I think he'll definitely give it a chance. But of course, a lot of his content is variety, so he's not going to go all in on Fortnite. I'll put him between they'll try it and they'll give it a chance, just because he does create a lot of different content. Next up, we have the king of Fortnite lore, Top 5 Gaming, and we already know he's going to be there. His team's going to be there. They're going to be uploading all kinds of lore videos and story videos. 100% all on board for Chapter 4. Next up, we have Symphony, the former edit king. And here's the thing. Symphony has had a lot of success with Call of Duty. He's actually more successful on Call of Duty than he was on Fortnite. And he's popping off with the new Call of Duty. So I don't think we're going to see him on Fortnite. I think he's gone. Maybe a game at most, but he's most likely gone. Next up, we have Ali A, and he's been consistently uploading since the beginning of Fortnite, and I don't think that's going to change. He will be there in Chapter 4. With Tfue in Chapter 3, it might have been a maybe, but with the release of Zero Build, he has been very consistent on Fortnite. He's been competing in a lot of Zero Build tournaments, and if Chapter 4 is off to a good start, we'll probably see more of that. But if it's not, he might be tempted to go back to Call of Duty Warzone, because that's what he was playing before he got back on Fortnite. So I would say he's definitely going to be back, but there's always a chance that he gets distracted with another game. Next up, we have Closey, and he has not really touched Fortnite even in Chapter 3. He made a lot of promises that he was going to return to the game, and honestly, I don't believe him. I think he's stuck on COD. With Warzone 2 coming out as well, he's going to be very distracted. He might play a game, More likely than Symphony, but still kind of just maybe a game at most. Next up, we have the creator of the Death Run, Scissors. He made a return to content creation and streaming recently, and maybe with Creative 2.0, it reignites his ability to create another Death Run map. It's honestly 50-50, but I definitely think he'll give it a try. Next up, we have Valkyrae, and she's a creator who also blew up more after Fortnite than during Fortnite, which is very rare. She has played in Chapter 3 with some of her YouTube and Twitch friends, so she'll probably play a few games and try out Chapter 4, but it's not going to be her main focus of content. Next up, we have Summit 1G. He has not played the game much since the early days, but he did play a little bit of Zero Build in Chapter 3. He'll probably play a game, but he likes a lot of other games a lot more than Fortnite. We probably won't see a return of him anytime soon. Next up, we have Preston, and he hasn't uploaded a Fortnite video since like mid Chapter 2. So here's the thing about Preston, though. I think he is also a creator that could return if Creative 2.0 is promising. I could see him potentially having his own creative team or creating some unique videos in that way. He'll probably play a game, but I'm not sure if we'll see content out of him just yet. Next up, we have C-Day. Look, Chapter 4 is around the corner. C-Day will probably make a video, maybe one video the entire chapter. I'll say he'll probably play a few games. He might try it. He might upload, but it's still unlikely. Next up, we have Aiden. He actually recently played Fortnite in a tournament that Nick Merckx hosted. He's a little bit distracted right now with Call of Duty Warzone. He has a lot of success on that, but as that slows down, we can probably see him give the game another try. Before we get to the next person, I want to say I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season, and we are having our biggest sale at Metal Umbrella. We're doing drops 1 through 5 up to 60% off, only for a limited time. So if there's ever something you ever wanted from Metal Umbrella but it was too expensive, this is our biggest sale ever. So go check it out at metalumbrella.com. Let's get back to this list. Next up is CDN the Third, one of the OGs of Fortnite content. So he has played a lot of different games throughout the years. He has not played much Fortnite recently, but he did play a little bit when Zero Build got introduced. And I know a part of him might be interested in Creative 2.0 and the content potential that will provide. I will say that he'll probably play a game, and if things are really good in Creative 2.0 and there's content potential, because that's what he's about, he'll make a return. But I'll put him next to Valkyrae as well. Next up, we have icon creator Chica, and she has been consistent with Fortnite for the past 5 years. She does a lot of random fill content, and the content will definitely be there in Chapter 4. We'll most likely see her in Chapter 4. Next up, we have World Cup champion Booga, and this one's a little bit tricky. Booga has been competing for a very long time. There's definitely some competitive burnout potentially building up with Booga. If the competitive scene is looking good in Chapter 4 and there's a lot of good tournaments going on, we'll definitely see him back. But if for some reason competitive takes a nosedive, or if it's put on the back burner, there's a good chance Booga might be looking to play other games. He's at a point where he could step away and people wouldn't be surprised just because of how long he's been competing. Next up, we have Nick Merckx, and he always comes back for new seasons, new events. It's usually short-lived, but he always gives the game a try, and he loves Fortnite. He also loves Zero Build competitive, so he'll probably give it a chance. Mr. Beast is up next, and here's the thing about Mr. Beast. He wants to go where the content is, and right now, Fortnite content is not comparable to the Minecraft and Roblox content when it comes to modding and creative. But with UEFN around the corner, there's a lot of potential there that UEFN will destroy Minecraft mods and Roblox mods and potentially bring viewership that we have never seen before to Fortnite. And if that happens, we will definitely see a lot more Mr. Beast gaming videos on Fortnite. He'll probably be there for Chapter 4. So next up, we have Walmart C-Day. And I mean, we could just put him next to C-Day. I mean, that makes sense. There we go. Daquan. This one's painful. Him and Hamlin's, I'm going to do both at the same time, man. I hope they're doing well out there. I would love for them to return to content creation. I think they had amazing ideas. I think they were funny. I think they were original. But in my opinion, man, at this point, they're gone. They're gone. High Distortion. He played a lot of Zero Build. He has been playing as well with CDN the Third. He hops from games to game, and he will most likely give this chapter a chance. Next up, we have the X2 Twins. They have been consistent for many years in Fortnite. They've been competing, making content, and we'll most likely see them again in Chapter 4. Next up, we have Myth, the OG architect. Myth definitely wants Fortnite to rise again. He actually tweeted about Creative 2.0 being the future of Fortnite and that Fortnite has not reached its peak yet, because he thinks it's going to reach it in Create 2.0. And with that mindset, I think he will give Fortnite a strong chance, and we might see a lot more of Myth in the future. Next up, we have Pokimane, and she plays a lot of games, and she will play Fortnite in Chapter 4. She played in Chapter 3. It's never her main game, but she likes to hop on and play with some friends. So I think she'll try it. Next up, we have Courage JD, and he played a lot, especially in early Chapter 3. He's been distracted with Call of Duty Warzone recently. Courage is definitely going to return for Chapter 4, but he does like a lot of different games, and I don't think he's going to be 100% committed like TG or Nick 830, but we'll see a lot of him, especially early in Chapter 4. Next up, we have XQC. Surprisingly, he does play Fortnite quite a bit. Every once in a while, he'll hop on. I'll see him streaming while I'm streaming. You know, he plays a lot of different games. He's a variety streamer. I would say it's the same as Pokimane. Next up, we have Ninja. He has been playing Fortnite a lot, and he's been streaming on every single platform. So we will see him streaming on every single platform in Chapter 4 as well, and I will be carrying him in some duos and squads. Next up, we have McCreamy, and I think McCreamy and myself and Locked and a lot of people are really hoping for Create 2.0 to expand the potential content. And I know McCreamy is ready for that as well. Next up, we have Muselk, and he has been consistently uploading since the very beginning. And I also think he is in the same boat. He's looking forward to Create 2.0. He's looking forward to the next level of content for Fortnite in Chapter 4. And we'll see him and his memes in Chapter 4 for sure. Next up is Tim the Tatman. He has been going hard on Call of Duty. He's been having a lot of success with Call of Duty, but the thing about Tim is he likes playing with the boys, and if it's me, Courage, Ninja, he'll probably try the game out, maybe play a few games. I'll probably put him in between C-Day and Summit 1G. Loser Fruit, same story as Muselk and McCreamy. She's definitely going to be consistent, and she's looking forward to more content in Chapter 4. Dr. Lupo, he played a little bit of Chapter 3, and he does, you know, hop from game to game. I would say he's going to be right next to Nick Merckx and High Distortion. He'll probably give the game a chance. Next up, we have icon creator Gref. I would put him behind the pack of the creators that mainly focus on Fortnite because he is more of a variety streamer. Next up is Dakotas. We recently did a duo video together. I've ran into him in 1v1s. So if you guys do not know, he has been streaming very consistently on Fortnite this chapter. And with a new chapter around the corner, we'll probably see a lot more Dakotas. But you never know. Maybe there's another game that catches his interest. Next up, we have Jarvis. And I actually recently met him IRL at TwitchCon. I was in his TwitchCon vlog. Is not coming back, guys. He has not been unbanned for many, many years. He has gone 100%. Like, he is gone for sure. And last but not least, Fearless. We did not see a return of Fearless in Chapter 3. There was rumors, there was a live stream, there was all kinds of conspiracies. I'm hoping we see him in Chapter 4. I miss his videos a lot, but for the time being, it's safe to say that he's gone. Thank you guys so much for watching. What do you think of this list? And will I see you in Chapter 4? Because I'm looking forward to it very much.